Welcome all. In this video we'll see another theorem regarding the quotient map. The statement of theorem is, if P from X to Y is a quotient map and Z be any space, and let G from X to Y be a map that is constant on each set P inverse of Y for some Y belonging to space Y, then G induces a map F from Y to Z such that F composition P is equal to G. Then we have to show that induced map F is continuous if and only if G is continuous, and F is a quotient map if and only if G is a quotient map. Whatever given, we will write with the diagram so that it will be easy to understand. There is a map from X to Y which is given to be quotient map, and there exists a map G from X to Z which is constant on each set of P inverse of singleton Y for some Y belonging to space Y. Means if we consider elements y1, y2, y3 so on in space Y, then its inverse image in space X under map P will be P inverse of y1, P inverse of y2 and P inverse of y3. But these images may be set or some constant number, or it may be a one-point set. So G will map these elements to constants in set Z. That is, suppose P inverse of Y is inverse image of any element y1 in X, then G will map this element P inverse of y1 to some constant, say C1 in Z. Similarly, P inverse of y2 will be mapped to C2. P inverse of y3 will be mapped to C3 in Z under the map G. Then the function G induces a map F from space Y to Z such that G is the composition of F with P. That is, F composition P is equal to G. And then we have to prove that induced map F is continuous if and only if the map G is continuous, and a map F is quotient map if and only if G is a quotient map. So for proving this, as given, if we take y, small y as element of space Y, then P inverse of Y will be element of X, and further it is given that image of this P inverse of Y under map G, that is G of P inverse of singleton Y, is one point set in Z, or it will map to some single point in Z. So thus we define function F from Y to Z such that F of P of X is equal to G of X for all X belonging to capital X. So now we'll go to prove the theorem. So if we consider first statement, F is continuous if and only if G is continuous. First we consider if F is a continuous map, then our claim will be G from X to Z is also a continuous map. But as we know, G is equal to F composition P. But as P is a quotient map, it will be continuous map, and we have assumed that a map F is continuous. So what does this means? F composition P will be continuous, because we know that the composition of two continuous functions is again a continuous function. So G will be continuous function if F is continuous function. Now conversely, suppose G is continuous map, then what will be our claim? F is a continuous map. For this, what we'll do? We'll consider some open set U in Z. Then what will be our claim further? F inverse of U is open in Y. To show this, we'll make use of continuity of map G. As we have taken U as some open set in Z, and G is mapped from X to Z, which is continuous as we are assuming. From this, what we can write is G inverse of U is open in X, since G is a continuous map. But G is nothing but the composition of F and P. So G inverse of U will be equal to F composition P inverse of U, which will be equal to P inverse of F inverse of U. But as G inverse of U is open in X, this implies P inverse of F inverse of U is also open in X. But as P is a quotient map, P must be a continuous map, and therefore P inverse of F inverse of U is open in X will imply that F inverse of U is open in Y. So thus F inverse of U is open in Y, and hence the claim is proved. Now second statement to prove is, if F is quotient map, then Q is also a quotient map, and vice versa. So first we consider F is a quotient map. Then what will be our claim? G is also a quotient map. But G is equal to what? F composition P, which is a composition of two quotient maps, which will be quotient map. So it is straightforward. If F is quotient, then G is a quotient map. Now conversely, suppose G is a quotient map, then our claim will be F is also a quotient map. As G is quotient map, but as G is F composition P, this means F composition P is continuous and onto map. But F composition P will be continuous and onto if and only if F is continuous and onto. So therefore F is continuous and onto map. Now only remains to show that F is open map, so that F becomes a quotient map. So for this we consider V as any subset of Z such that F inverse of V is open in Y. Then if we show that V is open in Z, we will be done. Now as we have F inverse of V open in Y, what this implies? P inverse of F inverse of V is also open in X, because P is a quotient map, so it will be continuous. So inverse image of any open set in Y will be open in X. But P inverse of F inverse of V is nothing but F composition P inverse of V, and F composition P is nothing but map G. So G inverse of V will also be open in X, and therefore V is also open in Z. Since G is a quotient map, what does this means? G inverse of V is open in X if and only if V is open in Z, and therefore V is open in Z, and hence F will be quotient map.